Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Pharma Researcher. So this is the video number 19 of Telangana Pharmacist Grade 2 exam preparation. The exam which is going to be held on the 30th of November 2024. So in today's video, we are starting the unit number 10, which is regarding the pharmaceutical jurisprudence. And this particular unit will be covered in two parts. The first part in this video, that is the Pharmacy Act and Drug and Cosmetic Act. These two topics will be covered, and the next part will be coming tomorrow, early in the first half mostly. So with that part, we will be covering the all 10 units. And for the PDF, you can get the PDF link in the description box. Also, for the previous videos, you will get the links for all the videos in the description box, so you can check both previous videos as well as the PDFs. And let's start with the topics which are mentioned in the syllabus for unit number 10. So first is Pharmacy Act 1948. So the registration procedures under the act, these are mentioned here. The Drug and Cosmetic Act 1940, the Drug and Cosmetic Act and rules, composition and functions of statutory bodies. Facility is to be provided for running a pharmacy effectively and general study of schedules. So these two topics will be covered now, and the remaining topics, Narcotic and Psychotropic Substances Act, and the DPCO order, Poisons Act, Medicinal and Toilet Preparation Act, and Medical Termination of Pregnancy Act. These will be covered in the next video. So let's start with the first topic, that is the Pharmacy Act 1948. So also I have provided you a few of the important materials, important tables that are useful for the preparation, so that you can check after the MCQ question. So let's start. So first question is, Pharmacy Council of India is also known as, so the Pharmacy Council of India, it is also known as the Central Council. So here option A will be the correct answer. So the questions are quite simple, and mostly the sections, the objectives, offenses, penalties, these different kind of things you need to study in these particular subject. So next question is, who is responsible for evolving educational standard and regulation for the course in pharmacy through the education regulation? So basically this is the Pharmacy Act 1948, and the updated Pharmacy Act has been there, means new amendments are there, so that you can check, that was declared in the 2023 year. So that you can simply search the Pharmacy Act Amendment 2023, so you will get the PDF, and you can check that also. But in the syllabus only the Pharmacy Act 1948 was mentioned, so based on that the question will be there. The next question is, following are the ex officio members of PCI except, so we need to identify like which of the following are not the member of ex officio, not the ex officio members of PCI, that is the Pharmacy Council of India. So here drug inspector, it is not, he is not the ex officio member of PCI. Rest director of Journal of Health Services, drug controller of India, and director of Central Drug Laboratory. These all are the ex officio members of PCI. Again, I have provided the table for the composition of PCI as well. So there you can find the ex officio members, elected members, and nominated members. Those all information will be supplemented with this PDF. The next question is, Pharmacy Act 1948 provides for the constitution of Central Council under. So as per the Pharmacy Act 1948, the constitution or composition of Central Council is given under section 3 of chapter 1. So here option B will be the correct answer. Next question is, education regulation prepared under subject to a provision of dash of Pharmacy Act 1948. So basically the education regulations, these are prepared under section 10 of the Pharmacy Act 1948. So here option C is correct. The next question is, President and Vice President of Central Council shall hold office for a term of dash years from the date of nomination of election. So the President and Vice President of Central Council, that is the PCI, they hold office for a period of 5 years from the date of nomination. not from the date of election, it is from the date of nomination. So here option D5 is correct. Next question is, dash are provided for the analysis of drugs and cosmetics. So for the analysis of drugs and cosmetics, uh, for every state there is a state drug laboratory, and there is a central drug laboratory that is in Calcutta. So here option D will be the correct answer. That is both A and B, both state drug laboratory and central drug laboratory. Next question is, in relation to Ayurvedic, Siddha or Unani drug, an inspector appointed by central or state government under. So according to Ayurvedic, Siddha and Unani drugs, the inspector is appointed under which act or which section? So it is appointed under section 33G. So here option A will be the correct answer. Next question is, when did the Pharmacy Act 1948 come into force? So the Pharmacy Act 1948, it came in force on 4th of March 1948. So here option B is correct. Next question is, which section of the Pharmacy Act 1948 deals with the interstate agreements? So the section of Pharmacy Act 1948 which deals with interstate agreement is section number 20. So here option D will be the correct answer. Next question is, which section of the Pharmacy Act 1948 deals with inspection? So the section which deals with the inspection is section number 16 of the Pharmacy Act 1948. So here option A is correct. Next question is, the section 25 of the Pharmacy Act 1948 deals with. So regarding the section 24, 25, it is regarding the term of office and casual vacancies. So here option B will be the correct answer. So most of the important section will be covered in the form of MCQs. Rest you can check the Pharmacy Act 1948 and other important things I have supplemented. We can discuss these after the MCQs. Next question is, which section of the Pharmacy Act 1948 deals with the president and vice president of the Central Council? So the section dealing with the president and vice president of PCI is section number 5 of Pharmacy Act 1948. So here option C is correct. Next question is, section 29 of the Pharmacy Act 1948 deals with, so the section 29, it deals with the preparation and maintenance of the register. So here option A will be the correct answer. Next question is, section 10 of the Pharmacy Act 1948 deals with, so this we have this question is in other form. So this question we have already discussed here. So it is regarding the education regulation. So the education regulations are described in the section number 10. Then next question is, DTAB is constituted by. So DTAB, that is Drugs Technical Advisory Board, it is constituted by the central government. So here option D will be the correct answer. Next question is, who elects the president and the vice president of the Central Council of Pharmacy? So the president and vice president of PCI or Central Council, they are elected by the members of the council. So here option B will be the correct answer. Next question is, an elected member holds office for, so the elected member will hold the office for 5 years. So here option A is correct. Next question is, an executive committee includes, so the executive committee includes the president, vice president and 5 members. So here option D will be the correct answer. Next question is, which one is not the eligibility criteria of a registered as a pharmacist, of a registered pharmacist? So in order to register as a pharmacist, minimum age will be 18 years. Practiced in any clinic without degree, so it is not a eligibility criteria. He or she must pass an approved examination. He or she carries a profession of pharmacy in the state. So these are the eligibility criteria. What option B is not the eligibility criteria? So option B will be the correct answer. Then the next question is, In India, the pharmacy education to obtain a degree of Bachelor of Pharmacy BPharm initiated at. So in India, the BPharm degree was first started in the Banaras Hindu University VHU. So here option A will be the correct answer. Next question is, every year after each state council should supply copies of its register to the central council after. So every year, the state council, he should supply the copies of its register, whatever register they are maintaining. So these copies of these register should be sent to the central council after the 1st of April every year. So here option D will be the correct answer. Next question is, under the Joint State Pharmacy Council, dash states enter into an agreement. So as per the Joint State Pharmacy Council, either two states or more than two states will be into the agreement. So here option B will be the correct answer. So these are the few important questions that have been previously asked. So apart from this, you need to read these important aspects as well. So the first is the chapters covered under Pharmacy Act. So these you need to remember. So sometimes the question asked in a way like what information is given in chapter 3 or what information is given in chapter 2. So these important things you need to remember. So chapter 1 is the introductory part. Chapter 2 is the Pharmacy Council of India. Chapter 3 is State Pharmacy Council. Chapter 4 is regarding the registration of pharmacists, and chapter 5 is miscellaneous. So these 5 chapter, at least the content you must have to know. The next is the composition part. So these composition are very very important. So here most of the times the question is asked from the ex officio member, whatever the composition of either PCI or the State Pharmacy Council or Joint State Pharmacy Council or Drugs Technical Advisory Board. So all these bodies, so in these the ex officio member related information is mostly asked. So these you must have to know. So here the Director General of Medical and Health Services, so he is the ex officio member. Drug Controller General of India or his or her nominee, he is the ex officio member. Director Central Drug Laboratory Kolkata, he is the ex officio member. So there are 3 ex officio members in the PCI. Then the elected member, 6 members of whom at least one teacher of each subject. So each subject of pharmacy like pharmaceutical chemistry, pharmacology, pharmacognosy, who are elected by the UGC from amongst teachers in these universities. Then there is one member elected by from amongst its members in the Medical Council of India. One member should be from the Medical Council of India. One member each elected by the State Pharmacy Council of each state, who should be a registered pharmacist. So these are the elected members. Then the nominated members can be the 6 members nominated by the Government of India. So these different bodies are there based on the subject pharmacy or pharmaceutical chemistry. Then one representative of each UGC and AICTE. Then one member representing each state government or union territory who shall be a registered pharmacist. So these important members are there. So most importantly you need to remember the ex officio members, and rest you can here you can check the subjects as well, like pharmaceutical chemistry, pharmacology, pharmacognosy. So sometimes the subject can be asked like which subject teachers or the teachers from which subjects are elected as a member of PCI. So here you can remember the subjects as well. Then the next table I have included regarding the State Pharmacy Council, Joint State Pharmacy Council. Here you can read the number of elected members. You can check the nominated members. Every information is here. And most important is the ex officio members again. So here Chief Administrative Officer in charge, Medical and Health Services of State or his or her nominee. He is the ex officio member of State Pharmacy Council, then Officer in Charge for Drugs and Cosmetic Act 1940 of each state, then one government analyst under DCA 1940 nominated by state government. So these are the ex officio member under State Pharmacy Council. Then under Joint State Pharmacy Council, the similar things are there, like the Chief Administrative Officer or in charge, then the Officer in Charge of Drug and Cosmetic Act, then one government analyst under DCA. So these are the similar kind of things. Then the next is the offenses and penalties. These are also important. Question can be asked. So dispensing by an unregistered person. If an unregistered person will dispense the medicine, then under section 42 of the act, no person other than registered pharmacist shall compound, prepare, mix or dispense any medicine on the prescription of a medical practitioner. Whosoever contravenes this provision is punishable with imprisonment for 6 months or fine of rupees 1000 or both. So this is the imprisonment, or this is the penalty. So this penalty for falsely claiming to be registered pharmacist, if any person is claiming that he is a registered pharmacist, what his claim is wrong, his claim is false, then for the first conviction he should be charged with rupees 500 and imprisonment extending to 6 months or fine of 1000 or both for subsequent. If he does it for the first time, then this will be the punishment, 500 rupees fine and a 6-month imprisonment, and second time he should give the 1000 rupees punishment and the imprisonment. So this is the fine. So these are the offenses and penalties. Then we can move to the next part, that is the Drugs and Cosmetic Act 1940. So here mostly the simple drug and cosmetic act and rule, this will include most of the syllabus. Then composition and function of statutory bodies, for example the DTAB, Drugs Technical Advisory Board, these are important. Then Central Drug Laboratory and Consultative Drugs Consultative Committee. So these different committees, information regarding these composition and functions, these are quite important. Mostly here the DTAB is important, and for the Central Drug Laboratory, like various Central Drug Laboratory, and in those laboratory what kind of research or for what purpose these laboratory are for. So these things I have mentioned in the uh, screenshots or the data that are available after MCQ. So those you can read as well. So most importantly here they have specifically mentioned facilities to be provided for running a pharmacy effectively, that is in the schedule N, and the general study of schedule. So one question definitely from the schedules, so these you must have to remember, and the other things I have added in the text part. So let's start with the first question. So the question is, standard for disinfectant fluid comes under. So for the disinfectant fluid, the standards comes under schedule O. So here option A will be the correct answer. We will rapidly go through these MCQ questions. You must have read the schedules at least, because the question will be definite if it is mentioned or if it is not mentioned. But in most of the exams, 95% exams, the question from the schedule will be asked. So which pharmaceutical product is not included in schedule C? So the mostly parenteral preparations are included in schedule C, and also the vaccine, sera, these important things. So toxin, sera, antigen, these are included in schedule C. What capsules are not? So here option D is correct. Next question is, names of drugs which shall be marketed under generic names only. So under generic names only, the schedule is schedule W. So here option A is correct. Next question is, blood bank comes under the schedule. So blood bank, it comes under the schedule F. So here option C is correct. Next question is, crocin is sale under. So the crocin drug, it is sale under schedule W. So here option C is correct. Next question is, ampicillin capsule should be used within 24 months. This statement comes under. So this statement comes under Schedule P, that is the life period of drug. So here option D will be the correct answer. Next question is, if the drug contains filthy, putrid or decomposed substance, then is known as. So basically there are different types of drugs: misbranded, adulterated, spurious. So if a drug contains a filthy, putrid or decomposed substance, then that drug is known as adulterated drug. So here option B is correct. All the definitions of misbranded drugs, adulterated drugs, spurious drugs, these I have provided uh, in the notes so that you can check. Then next question is, Schedule M2 states that. So Schedule M is regarding the good manufacturing practices. So Schedule M2, it is regarding the requirement of factory premises for the manufacture of cosmetics. So here option C will be the correct answer. Next question is, manufacturing and analytical records of cosmetics are included in which schedule? The manufacturing and analytical records, these are given in schedule U1. It is regarding the cosmetics. If it is regarding the drugs, then it will be schedule U. Next question is, insulin injection according to schedule P should be stored. So as per schedule P, the insulin injection should be stored at a temperature 2 to 8 degrees Celsius and it must not allow to freeze. So here option A will be the correct answer. Next question is, appendix 2 is about. So the appendix 2, it is about the appendix 2, it is about the format for submission of clinical trial reports. So formats for submission of clinical trial reports. So here option C will be the correct answer. So basically there are total of 6 prescribed appendices. The appendix number 1, it describes the data that is required to be submitted with application for the permission to market new drug. In order to market new drug, the permission requirement is given with the application, and the data required to be submitted with the application is given in the appendix 1. Then in the appendix 3, it is regarding the animal toxicity. It is regarding the animal toxicity requirement for clinical trials and marketing of new drugs. Then there is appendix number 4, which is regarding the number of animals for long-term toxicity studies. Then for appendix number 5, so appendix number 5 is regarding the patient's consent for participation in a phase 1 clinical trial. And for the sixth appendix number 6, there will be 4 groups of fixed dose combination and their data requirement. So all these appendices you can remember, not that much important for this particular exam, but it can be asked maybe. Then the next question is, schedule F3 is related with. So schedule F3, it is related with the standards for sterilized umbilical tapes. So here option B is correct. Next question is, spurious drugs comes under. So the spurious drug, these comes under section 17B. So here option C will be the correct answer. And if I'll talk about the other sections, so there is one misbranded drugs. So misbranded drugs, these comes under section 17 only. Then there are adulterated drugs. Then there are adulterated drugs. So these adulterated drugs, these comes under section 17A. So these are quite important. Then next question is, insulin comes under. So insulin drug, it comes under schedule G. So here option C will be the correct answer. Next question is, list of coal tar colors permitted to be used in cosmetics is covered under. So list of coal tar colors, these are given in schedule Q. So here option C is correct. Then the next question is, schedule J is related to. So schedule J, it is related to the list of diseases and ailments which a drug cannot claim. Means those diseases which cannot be claimed or treated with any drug. So those comes under Schedule J. Next question is injection syringe and needle are covered under. So injection syringe and needles, these are covered under Schedule C. So here option C will be the correct answer. Next question is Dettol comes under. So Dettol, it comes under Schedule O. Basically, it is a standards for disinfectant fluids. So Dettol comes under Schedule O. So option B is correct. Next question is if blood group is AB, then color label used is. So for AB blood group, the color label is white. So here option P will be the correct answer. Next question is Schedule N states. So the Schedule N, it states the list of minimum equipments for efficient running of pharmacy. So here option A will be the correct answer. And this Schedule N is very important because it is specifically mentioned in the syllabus. So this you can read through the content that I have provided here. Next question is Schedule C is related to. So Schedule C, it is related to list of biological and immunological product. So here option A will be the correct answer. Next question is Kala Jadoo or Kavach comes under. So Kala Jadoo, Kavach, these all comes under Schedule J. So here option A will be the correct answer. Next question is Performa for sending memorandum is included in which schedule? So the Performa for sending memorandum, it is included in Schedule A. So here option B is correct. Next question is the schedule in Drug and Cosmetic Act that deals with requirement and guidelines of clinical trial, import and manufacture of new drugs. So regarding the clinical trial, the schedule is schedule number Y. So here option D is correct. Next question is Schedule D as per DNC Act is concerned with. So Schedule D, it is concerned with list of drugs exempted from the provision of import of drugs. So here option A will be the correct answer. Next question is list of drugs whose import, manufacture and sale, labeling and packaging are governed by special provisions are included in schedule. So the special provision drugs, these are the narcotic and psychotropic substances and these are covered under Schedule X. So here option A will be the correct answer. Next question is biological and biotechnological products are included in schedule. So biological and biotechnological products, these are included in Schedule C and C1. So here option C is correct. Next question is diabetes comes under. So diabetes, it comes under Schedule J. So here option D will be the correct answer. Next question is list of drugs which should be used by patient under medical supervision is covered under dash as per DNC Act. So list of drugs that should be used under medical supervision only. So these are covered under Schedule G. So option A is correct. Next question is TGA is the regulatory agency of. So TGA is the regulatory agency of Australia. So here option C will be the correct answer. And then moving to the next question. So next question is MHRA is a regulatory agency of. So MHRA, it is a regulatory agency of UK. So here option A is correct. The next question is MCC is a regulatory agency of. So MCC, it is a regulatory agency of South Africa. So here option D is correct. Next question is as per the DNC Act, Schedule T states about. So Schedule T is related to the requirement of factory premises for the manufacture of Ayurveda, Siddha and Unani drugs, ASU drugs. So here option C will be the correct answer. Next question is as per DNC Act, Schedule FF is related with. So as per DNC Act, the Schedule FF, it is related to the standards of ophthalmic preparation. So here option D is correct. Next question is which of the following is prohibited to be imported? So toilet preparation, Ayurvedic drugs, Schedule C and G drugs. What misbranded drugs, these are prohibited to import. So here option D is correct. All the misbranded, adulterated, spurious, these all drugs are prohibited. Next question is Hatch-Waxman Act is related to. So Hatch-Waxman Act, it is related to the generic drugs. So here option D is correct. Next question is standard for mechanical contraceptive comes under Schedule Dash as per the D&C Act. So the standard for mechanical contraceptive, these comes under Schedule R1. So here option B will be the correct answer. Next question is if drug is so colored, coated or polished that damage its therapeutic value, or it is made to appear for of better or greater therapeutic value, then it really is known as. So these are the conditions for misbranded drugs. So here option C is correct. Next question is pack size of drug is covered under. So the pack size of drug, it is covered under Schedule P1. So here option C is correct. Next question is DTAB has dash ex officio members. So DTAB, that is the Drug Technical Advisory Board, it has 8 ex officio members. So here option D will be the correct answer. So these are the few important questions regarding the schedules and very few questions regarding the other aspects. But I have supplemented all the information for you so that you can read all the information and uh, the similar basic question that will be formed from these information you will be able to answer through this. So there are different chapters given in the Drug and Cosmetic Act 1940. The information or content that is given in the specific chapter that you need to remember. For example, previously one question was asked regarding the chapter number 3, like what content is given in chapter number 3. So it is the import of Drug and Cosmetic Act. Chapter 1 is introductory, then Drugs Technical Advisory Board, Central Drug Laboratory, Drug Consultative Committee. So these all are covered in chapter number 2. Here sometimes the full form is asked for DTAB, for CDL, and this is DCC, Drug Consultative Committee. So these things you can remember. Then for chapter 4, the manufacture, sale and distribution of drug and cosmetics. So these information are here. For chapter 4A, the provisions related to Ayurvedic, Siddha and Unani drugs. These are given in chapter 4A. And in chapter 5, the miscellaneous drugs are miscellaneous informations are given. The next is the most important regarding the bodies. So DTAB, total members 18, ex officio members are 8, nominated 5, and elected is also 5. So here you need to remember the ex officio members. So from this only you will be able to remember the locations of different laboratories, institutes. So these are also sometimes asked, like this has been asked many a times, like where is Central Drug Research Institute, or where is Central Research Institute, or where is Central Drug Laboratory is located. So these different locations you have to remember, and all the names, like whose director is the ex officio member of DTAB. So these things you can remember. Then from this particular thing, so from here you have to remember the different indications of the laboratory, like the Central Research Institute Kasoli. It is for the biological preparations such as vaccines, sera, toxins, toxoid, and also bacteriophages. So this question can be asked, like for the biological preparations such as this and this, which institute is responsible for the which institute or which director is concerned with these laboratories, so that you have to know. So these all things you can remember. Then the next part that I have included is the definitions regarding the misbranded drugs, adulterated drugs, spurious drugs. So for any confusion in the definition, this is from the official document of the Drug and Cosmetic Act, so these you can check. So for spurious drugs, misbranded cosmetics, spurious cosmetics, these you can check. Then I have included only just 3 pages of Schedule N, that is regarding the list of minimum equipment for the efficient running of pharmacy. So here only the equipments or the things that you can remember is here, like the areas of section to be used as dispensing department shall not be less than these areas you need to remember, and the height of the premises. So these important parameters, when you read these things, then you will be able to know better like what kind of things you have to remember. And also for the containers of all concentrated solutions shall bear special label. So what type of special label should be there? So these important things you need to remember. Then next is the apparatus. So the basic apparatus, there is nothing special regarding this. So these things you can just remember, or just go through these things. Then there should be several books that should be in the pharmacy. So these books you can remember, only few books are there. So from here the question can be asked like which books are included in the list of essential list, which different books are there which are essential requirement for running a pharmacy. So these you can check. Then there are several provisions and important things. These you can read and go through these. Then I have included all the schedules. Few I have included in the MCQ forms. The rest you can read out all the schedules from here. So all the schedules I have included. Then for the forms are not specifically mentioned, so I haven't included. But if you want me to include the forms as well, so I'll include the forms for you, so you can also read the forms. So that's all for this particular video, a short video. And you can read these documents. And for MCQs you mostly refer the MCQs for practicing, but mostly you have to read the content most importantly. So the remaining topics we will be covering the in the next video. So till then, thank you very much.